It's been over 1,000 days since conduits were added to Minecraft on the 11th of April 2018. Underwater, they're really useful. They let you see better, mine blocks faster, damage nearby mobs, and, well, they let you breathe. But as soon as you plop it on land, nothing. It just exists. I'll be honest, it's quite boring. So I decided to change that. What if Minecraft had new conduits? Hello, my name is Scommander, and I coded a datapack which adds 4 new elemental conduits, each with their own unique effects and abilities. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to scroll down and click that subscribe button. It would really help out a ton. As always, you can download this datapack for Minecraft Java Edition from the link in the description. Now, without further ado, let's have a look at all these conduits. Before we take a look at my new conduits, let's go over how a conduit actually works. I didn't know this until I actually started coding the datapack, but a conduit actually has 5 different levels. It all depends on how many blocks surround it. So 16 blocks gives you a radius of 32, 21 blocks a radius of 48, 28 blocks a radius of 64, 35 blocks radius of 80, and 42 blocks, which is a full conduit like I have here, is a radius of 96. This is the same in my datapack because, you know, you want to keep it faithful to the original game. Oh, that's very close. But as I'll show you in a minute, I've made it a little bit clearer what level you're at by adding a little indicator. The earth conduit can be made out of any of these blocks here, that is grass, podzol, mycelium, or any of the ores. You could just use one if you really wanted, but I'd recommend, you know, I'd add a bit more just because it looks a bit better. So, to activate it, I'm just going to place the conduit, and then whenever you get close to it, you can see it says the level right underneath it. So, this is level 1, which is 16 blocks as expected, and level 1 will give you haste within 32 blocks. This is the same with level 2 and 3. The only difference is it's a bigger radius, so level 3 will give you that same radius as a normal conduit, which would be 64 blocks for level 3. But the really cool stuff happens whenever we get to level 4, because that's whenever we get some unique effects. So I'm going to quickly build this up to level 4. One last block, boop, and that is now level 4. So what happens at level 4 with the earth conduit is any phantom within a 32 block radius will just get pulled to the ground. It's gravity just... I believe this is going to summon 30 of them, so yep, there we go. Is that's too high, isn't it? Oh, maybe not. It's 32 blocks, that's too high. Hold on, let me change this. Attempt to. Oh, hello. Boop. There we go. If I was in survival... Oh, it's loud. They're quite easy to kill if I can hit them. Oh god! As I'm sure you can imagine, you probably will not have that many phantoms in your world. That was insane. But you'll usually have about 3 to 5 maybe, and when there's a small amount like that, it makes it a lot easier to kill them, and you can get that phantom membrane to repair your elytra. And now onto the final level of the earth conduit. If I quickly fill in the conduit fully, here we go. That's level 5 now. What you will now find is that anything around me will start to light up. So is there no mobs? Hello? I've actually had to remove my shaders because there's a bug with glowing, but as you can see, whenever you're within 10 blocks of a mob, it just lights up. Now, this probably isn't very useful, but it can be more useful whenever you're going mining. As you can see, that skeleton is lit up, so now I know exactly where it is and I can murder it. Next up, we have the fire conduit, which is probably best demonstrated in the nether, so let's hop in. The fire conduit is made from gilded blackstone, nether gold ore, and magma blocks, so if I was to place in this conduit again, we would have a level 1 fire conduit. I've just re-enabled my shaders so things don't look super dull, but yes, so the fire conduit from level 1 to 3 will give you fire resistance, kinda like the earth conduit. Level 1 will get you 32 blocks away, and level 3 will get you up to 64 blocks away. It's worth mentioning that every conduit works in every dimension. You will just need to come to the nether, obviously, to get these resources to make the fire conduit though. So, level 4. Now that we're at level 4, what this now means is that any mob within 8 blocks of the center of this conduit will be set on fire! I want to watch you burn. Now when the conduit has been fully upgraded to level 5, it will now try to push ghasts and magma cubes away. So if I was to summon some magma cubes, you can see they're already getting pushed away in the opposite direction from the conduit. The same thing happens for ghasts, so I'm going to summon it a bit higher up so you can see it. There we go, and there we go, it just gets pushed away. So no longer shall we be blown off your cobblestone bridges. Moving on from that, we now have the ice conduit. Now this one's pretty cool. So as you can see, as soon as I've placed it, you've already got this really nice snow effect. This snow only appears whenever you're exposed to the sky, so if I was to quickly hop in this ravine and go under some blocks, as you can see, the snow would stop. This conduit can be made out of any type of ice, it's up to you, but I would recommend not using normal ice because it's quite prone to melting. But if it's in a dark environment, you'd probably be okay. So for the ice conduit, level 1 to 5 now gives slowness, but not to the player, rather to other mobs. So is there any mob around here? Let's have a look. I've just grabbed this pig, so if I place this down, because this is currently at level 1, this pig will have slowness 1. If it's at level 2, it'll have slowness 2, and it does like that pattern all the way up to level 5. Level 5, every mob will have slowness 5, apart from the player. So as the level of slowness increases, so does the radius that it applies to. So just like a normal conduit, level 1 is 32 blocks, level 5 is 96 blocks away. Nothing obvious changes at level 4, but if you have ice or snow, the player will now get a speed boost in all these blocks, to be exact, speed 2. So you're actually getting a big speed increase, especially on ice. I want to try something. I can confirm it makes you very fast. I've put it onto level 5, and as you can see, something more extreme starts to happen. So if I actually fly up and have a look around, you can actually see physical snow begin to fall. So if I left this here for long enough, eventually this would all just become a snow biome. But I don't have time for that. Watch it crash my game. Oh. Never mind. And finally, we have the very last conduit. Oh, lag spike. Now, the air conduit is definitely intended for later game. As you can see, it's made out of stuff from the end, so you will have to make it to the end. That being said, if you're a speedrunner, you could probably do this in like half an hour. So starting off with level 1, we get a speed and jump boost effect. These are both level 1. But as you add more blocks, is this level 2? Yeah, it is. Level 2 increases the jump boost. So each level matches your level of jump boost. The speed, however, stays exactly at speed 1 no matter the level. So the first unique effect that comes from this is at level 4. It's easier if I demonstrate it by, well, falling. What this does is after you fell a certain distance, you start getting a level of slow falling. So you don't fall that slowly, but it does it just before you hit the ground so you don't take any fall damage. So this negates all fall damage and gives you a lot of jump boost, which is why it's quite late game. And finally, at level 5, I've just spawned some pigs so I can show you. This happens. Any mob within 8 blocks will start to get levitation. So it's basically just a fall damage machine. Maybe don't use it on pigs. Interestingly, the slow falling effect also applies to the elytras, so if I am in survival and I try to go for a nosedive... Okay, I took a little bit of damage, but it negates a lot of damage. So there we go, that's absolutely everything that's included in this data pack. What is this guy doing? This video was a bit different than past showcase videos. Usually I write a script for these kind of things, but I thought I'd try something new and, well, wing it. I'm not sure what you prefer, do let me know, but otherwise you can download this data pack from the link in the description, and I hope you have a good day. I'll see you. Bye!